So let's do this. I like where we're at. Seem to be getting the data that we want. What I don't see, and what I'd like to see, is how this AB ended. So what did Corey Dickerson do? We know he took 6 pitches, and the last one was a slider. Did he strike out on that? Did he put that ball in play? So let's do this. Let's come over, and at the end of the for loop, so lined up with the for itself, so we're going to go backwards. This is not inside the for loop, but we're going to print, and again, we'll slide it over. So let's use the same indentation. We'll just control drag it and plus, and now we're going to say, with using term color, let's do the atbat.attribute.get, and let's go see what it was called, and it's the event. So we're looking for the event of that at-bat. What was the final disposition of that event? So we're going to say event, and now we're going to print it in the same color that we're printing the rest of that, the top or the bottom frames in. And we're going to use attributes this time. I'm going to show off eventually a lot of the different attributes you can use to format your output. We're going to say underline. Now the other thing we'll do is at the very front, so outside of all these for loops, let's print, because we bothered to track it, let's print not indented total pitches, and then to that we'll concatenate the string of total pitch count. And let's see if that runs. All right, now we're talking. So now we see that this 6-pitch AB ended in a strikeout. Much better. Barnes looked at one pitch, a 4-seam fastball, and he flew out. Ground out. And then we should also see at the bottom of this output, there's our total pitches. Now remember, that's total pitches top and bottom. So we could break that out, and we could do a total pitch top, total pitch bottom, and we could see the 107 pitches that Kershaw threw. But for now, that's good. In my mind, what we're really trying to do here in this cell. So it's pretty concise, as you see. Now let's talk about some pros and cons of this. While XML is very efficient, so again, you don't, once we establish who the batter is, we don't put that in each one of his pitches. It's not necessary because it's all subordinate to the batter. But if we were to make a spreadsheet out of this, think of it in Excel terms. If we were to make a spreadsheet, you'd want the batter name in each row. You'd want to know if this was Tulowitzki or, who the batter is. And that way we could do things like show me how he pitched to Troy Tulowitzki throughout the entire game. Okay, that's not going to be easy to do with this XML format, with this tree format, because what's going to happen, I'm going to have to do this for each inning, for each top and bottom, for each batter. I'm going to have to go through this every time. So what I think we'll do next is we're going to cast this into what's called a pandas data frame. And that really is sort of a spreadsheet format. That's going to, even though it's redundant, it's going to establish the batter as an element of each row. So we're going to put this whole database, so we'll walk the same trees, and we'll end up borrowing some of this code. We're going to walk through, and we're going to put each element that we need, that we'll eventually need to plot these pitches, where they are in the XZ strike zone. We're going to plot them by pulling them out of a pandas data frame.